Okay, here we go. So today is December 3rd, 2021, and this is a makeup class because I missed our class on Monday of this week, November 29th. So we're making up that class today, this morning, and welcome. So feet together, hands together in prayer posture. Let's begin the breath. Hold on, I'm just going to make a little camera adjustment here. I think my iPad slid down. Here we go. Hands together in prayer posture. Feet together, please. Here we go. That's much better. And let's begin the breath. Let's begin centering ourselves. Let's begin, instead of being out this way, let's bring ourselves this way. Centering. This is our centering practice right here. You can allow the body to move. If it wants to sway here, don't stop it, don't resist. Allow the body to sway, side to side, backwards, forwards. It's putting pressure on different points in the bottoms of your feet. That's a good thing. So just allow the body to sway here. Centering. It's just centering itself before we begin. Look how I allowed my body to sway, and it's doing it even more. It loves it. Now let's begin the belly breath. Inhale through the nose. Hot, audible exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, expand the belly, activating the belly pump, and then exhale through the mouth, in towards the spine. Inhale, belly, Buddha. Expand, exhale, comes towards the spine. Good, one more breath. Inhale through the nose. Hot, audible exhale through the mouth. Breath should feel like the ocean waves. Sound just like the ocean. Drop the hands. Keep awareness here in heart center. Slowly turn the hands over. Good. Feel the heart center opening, softening, releasing, just dropping down. Bend both knees, step out with a flat, empty foot. Look how this is an empty foot here. Just step out, sink into that leg. Allow the body to unravel, just letting it go a little bit here. Look how I'm even letting my spine go. Look, a little bit more. Just be like a piece of pasta, just came out of the water. Just nice and relaxed. And now, when you're ready, come into that Wu Chi posture. Feel the feet bottoms rooting into earth. Feel the hands rooting into the ground from your palms. Just feel everything, just rooting. I'm like a mountain in this posture. Look how even the shape of my body, I can see it in the camera, is like this. I'm like this. I'm a mountain. Just rooting, rooting. Everything we need, nourishment, is coming up from the earth. Just take it, receive it. Pull it in through your feet bottoms, through your palms. Just receive all the nourishment that earth energy has to offer. This conduit, this body is just a conduit between heaven and earth energy. And I'm just sucking up all that earth energy. I have a sky hook pulling my head up, chin comes in, long spine, spaciousness between the vertebrae. My sacrum is down into earth, right here. Sacrum down like an anchor into earth. Ming Men, gate of life is open, which means it's flat. Lower back should feel flat. No ski slopes. That's cutting off the gate of life. And from here, let's begin our tapping. Remember, cup the hands, use your palms. There we go. Up the outside, down the inside. Up the outside, down the inside. Now remember, it's winter time. So what are we doing? A little bit extra on the inside of the arms for sinuses. If you're having any sinus issues, spend a little more time there. Shoulder blade. Top of the shoulder. I've added this point now too, at the top of the shoulder, and come around, massage the armpit. Notice the body starting to warm up as we're tapping. That means blood is flowing. Stagnant, blocked energy is moving in the body. Right down to the ribs, drumming the ribs, activating all those organs underneath. Other side, up the outside, down the inside. Little extra time on the inside for sinuses. Next time up the outside, shoulder blades, top of the shoulder, come around, armpit. ribs. Good. Thymus thump for the immune system, boosting the immune system by thumping the thymus. Activating this gland, so important to the body. And then make that little beak and get right into the shoulder notch. That's lungs, right into the shoulder notch. Get the beak over here, the shoulder notch. Hope you have some tea or some water with you while we're doing this. Don't forget to hydrate. Super important. And then Dantian. Snap it. When I hit Dantian, I can't use my palm, so I'm using my 4 fingers on each hand, and I'm snapping. You can see it this way. All right. Gentle fists, kidneys and adrenals. By the way, this class is coming to you from my garden state, my home state of New Jersey. I'm happy to bring this class on the road. In fact, it's exciting to me to bring it on the road. And rub. And that's the beauty of Zoom, is we can teach from anywhere we are and share these beautiful healing arts. Rubbing, rub, rub. Good. Sacrum. And just a couple on the sacrum. And now legs. All the way down to the ankles and back up. Down to the ankles, back up. Other side, down to the ankles, back up. Down, back up. I find when I'm teaching from somewhere else, it inspires me. It actually gets me excited. And I want to share new things because I'm in a new place. So let's see where this goes today. We don't know. Let's come back to Wu Chi. Again, feel that mountain. Feel the feet bottoms rooting into earth, palms rooting down. Let the body move. We need to move. It's recalibrating itself after the tapping. And just check in, notice how you feel. I feel a little bit warmer. I feel a little tingly. Now let's do our bounce to really work the lymphatic system even more. Remember, inhale, exhale, feeling the tugging of the muscle away from the bone. Short, shallow breath through the nose only. Dragon's breath of fire, and you should hear the breathing. One final tap, right on the heels. Let the body move. Now just let it recalibrate. Let it move. Good. Feet together, tension and release. We know this one. This is kinking the garden hose. We kink the hose and then we're going to release it. Bleed it off through pursed lips. Okay? So we inhale, squeeze everything head to the toes. Feel everything in your body squeezing. And then you start as you don't hold it. You just inhale, squeeze, and you start immediately exhaling with the pursed lips. As you're still tensing, and then right around the rib area, I start to just let it go, and I'm like spaghetti again. This is kinking the garden hose and letting it go. This one takes a little practice. I did not get this one my first dozen times doing it. So this one takes some time. So inhale, here we go. Inhale. And I let go. Let go. One more. Inhale. Tense everything. And let go. Like spaghetti. Step out. Let it go even more. Shake everything off. Sometimes I do this one before bed. I'll be laying in bed and I tense everything up and I just let it go. It's one way to release any extra tension that you may have in the body. Now just check in, notice how you feel, back to the Wu Chi, neutral posture, neither yin nor yang. And let's go right into accordion. Activating lower dantian, where we store our life force, we store our chi. We're activating dantian as well as using the breath to sync up the mind with the body. You can say sync or marry mind with body. I'm also rising. Inhale. Root. Exhale. Hands come together. Rise. And root. Now I'm back to nostril breathing only. My tongue is on the tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth behind front teeth. A little bit of rise and root. Rise. Root. I'll show you from the side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, slightly root down. Notice what's going on here. It's not just bending at the knees. My pelvis is rocking backwards in space as I root down. My pelvis rocks forward in space as I come up. My knees stay pretty stationary. Yes, they're bending, but they're not moving forward, backwards, or side to side. My knees are pretty much staying in the same place in space. But what's going on here is I'm hinging right here. I'm hinging. Again, using the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Say, I'm in a freezing cold room, and this is how fast Qigong works. Just the tapping and bouncing, and I'm already at the place where I'm heated up enough that I don't need that. You're just watching it work. It's pretty amazing. Inhale. Exhale. Soft, gentle, fluid movement. Feeling everything begin to connect. Moving as one unit. Imagine your whole body is breathing through your skin, into your organs. Everything is just, you're one big lung right here. This could also be called whole body breathing. Breathing from my head down to my toes. Everything synced up, everything working together, moving as one unit. One part moves, all parts move. Spinal cord breathing. Here we go. Right in flow here. Inhale, chest up, look up. Exhale, round the back, sink the chest, tuck the pelvis. Inhale, chest up, look up. Exhale, round the back, sink the chest, tuck the pelvis. And continue like this, just a couple more. Make them good. Doesn't matter how many we do. It's about the quality of them. I'll show you from the side. Notice how I have this C curve in my body. I'm feeling somebody pulling me from the back of my spine this way. Someone's pulling me. Look how my spine is rounded when I imagine somebody pulling me from the middle of my spine. Instead of this, not this, really get that spine going. Now that takes some work. You may not have that right away, but the more you do this particular exercise, the more bow you'll have with the spine. This is a bend bow. Shoot the arrow. Bend the bow of the spine. Shoot the arrow. Exactly. One more. Hold and open to the one side. Pigeon toe your feet slightly right at this moment, and we're gazing at the moon. Come to the center, palms towards you. Turn to the other side, palms away from you. Look through your palms. Don't reach. Don't shift weight. 50-50. Don't shift any weight here. You can inhale here in the middle, and then exhale as you turn and gaze. It may create an adjustment in your spine. Sometimes it does for me if I breathe that way, just like with the chiropractor. You know, she tells you to exhale, and then they kind of crack you. Well, this is an opportunity on the exhale your spine may want to adjust. That's fine, as long as it's gentle and pain-free. One more. Come to the center, straighten out your feet, back to parallel. Cleanse the chi wall. Love this one. Inhale. Exhale. Really play with the chi here. Just grab the chi, pull it up the wall. The chi wall is right here. Up the chi wall, turn it over, push it down. Notice my hands are pretty close to my body on this one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Coordinate with your breath. So we'll all be doing this at different paces because we're following our own breath. Nice and slow. Try to make the breath slow, slower, even, smooth, long. One more. On the exhale, leave one palm down, one palm comes up to the sky. Get the camera here. And then I look up at the hand and then I release it. I don't have to glance up, just glance up, doesn't even have to be at the hand. Compress the beach ball, pinkies kiss, and other side. You all know this one. Pressing to earth, pressing up to the heavens, release, compress the beach ball, pinkies kiss, and other side. Feel this twisting sensation. Really enjoy this. Go slow. Feel when you're pressing to heaven and earth, feel how your spine, it's like a towel. You're wringing it out. It's just twisting. You know how you wring water out of a towel? You twist it a little bit. It's doing that naturally. I'm not forcing it. It's just this particular reaching creates a bit of a twist in the spine, and then release. Stretch, press, and release it completely. Relax in between. When you're compressing the ball, very relaxed. Pinkies kiss. Stretch, release. Gently compress the ball. Other side. Last one, bring the top hand down to meet the bottom hand. Nice and slow. We do everything slowly. Chi loves slow. And right into hands flowing through water. Remember this one? The hands are coming around this loop of a figure 8, and now they're coming around this loop of the figure 8, side to side. My hips are now starting to relax. My hips eventually, instead of just going side to side, so I'm shifting my weight, but I'm also folding at the quad. Let me make sure you all see this. So this is the weight shift right here. But then there's the folding of the quad, which just means right there, fold at the quad. And that in the inguinal crease, we're folding. So I'm shift weight, fold at the quad. Shift weight, fold at the groin. Hands are following the weight shift. The weight shift happens in the hands. There's a slight lag behind. The hands lag slightly, maybe a half second or so behind the weight shift. It's like I'm shifting weight and hands, oh, I'm coming along too. Nice and relaxed. Let's just do this one in quiet for a moment. Very relaxing Qigong. Can't do it wrong. Don't worry. Check your feet. You may want to take a slightly wider stance for this one. Feet are parallel to each other. Don't let the toes go out or in. Stay parallel. Let the hands settle in the front, nice and relaxed. Come back to parallel feet, shoulders width apart. Bend elbows and knees. This is my posture right here, elbows and knees. And then we're going to stretch the body. Hold on, let me stay in the camera here. Stretch the body. You feel like someone's pulling your fingertips up on the tippy toes. I'm up on the balls of my feet, and then I release it like a rubber band. So here we are. Stretch the rubber band, and then boom, just let the rubber band release. Stretch it. Remember, there's tension on a rubber band when it's stretched and when it's released, but it always wants to come back to that released state. Bend elbows, knees, stretch, open, balls of the feet, tippy toes, and release, elbows, knees, bend. Elbows and knees bend and straighten at the same exact time. Try to get this in harmony. All together. This is tendon stretching. This is a wonderful thing to do. Sometimes I do this just when I'm waiting for my coffee in the morning, just to kind of wake my body up. I'll do a little bit of this tendon stretching. One more. Bring the hands in, push down. Let's wash the chi wall once or twice. Inhale. Exhale, push back down. After you push back down, hold Uchi. Step out into a horse stance, and let's warm up a little bit. Up and down, around the knees. Warm up those thighs and the knee joints. Just come around, just bringing fluid, blood, chi into those areas. Take a drink if you need, please. Here we go. Okay, ready to go. Let's do heaven and earth chi. And then we're going to do bend, bow, shoot, arrow in that order, okay? So here we go. Let's scoop up. Remember, one thing about this, before we start, let me just double check everybody. So rib tips in, which means the suspenders are closed. Pinkies go on the hip tips. Thumbs go on the rib tips, right? So see how they're in there? I want you to see this up close. Pinkies on hip tips, thumbs on rib tips. This is open suspenders, close the suspenders. I'm not squeezing here. There's no tension. It's a postural thing. So this is an open posture. Just relax it, relax, closed. You see the difference? So again, I'm not tightening my ab muscles. It's just structural. So then rib tips open, close the suspenders, rib tips in, closed. Sacrum is now dropped. Lower back is now flat. You can check it. That's your posture. Super important in horse stance to have that posture. Very important. So here we go. Scoop up some earth chi. Bring it up, out in front of heart. So it's up, out in front of heart, then into heart. Good. Open the door. Drop the elbows as the hands turn over. Palms are now out. Push through the wall. The wall is your etheric field. It's somewhere in here based upon your energy today. Push through the etheric field and rise and root as you draw a circle around the heart. And then bump the palms right here. Bump them. And then right around the mouth region, send it up. Beautiful. Grab some heaven chi. Pull it down, unite it with earth chi. Bring it up, out, into heart. Open the door. Push through the wall. Rise and root as you circle the heart center. Beautiful. And then bump the palms and send it up. And here we go. Let's add a little incantation to this. A little bit of affirmation. I am strong. I am healthy. I am my own healer. I am the light. I am the love. I am the best version of myself when I take care of myself. That's super important. I'm the best version of myself to others when I take care of myself. Very important. That's important to me. And this incantation, these affirmations that I do while I'm doing the Qigong, it's like movement puts it into my body, embeds it into my body. So I could say an affirmation while I'm just sitting down, but saying them while I'm moving feels like I'm putting it into my body like this. I am happy. I am whole. Whatever you want to say. I am my own healer. That's super important. That's what you're doing here. We're all doing it. We're doing this together, but we're each healing ourselves. Whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is. One more. Heaven. Earth. Heart. Wall. Circle. Bump. Send it up. Oh, that felt too good. One more time with just the cues. Heaven. Can't help that it feels good. Earth. Heart. Wall. Circle. Bump. Send it up and hold. Just broadcasting your signal in this posture. Broadcasting the signal of who you are and who you want to be. Good. Bring the hands up. Let them turn inwards, palms towards the body, and just wand through your etheric field. Nice and relaxed. Aligning, cleansing, balancing. Back to the Wu Chi, but in a horse stance. And then we're going to bring the hands in and get ready. Remember, we're going to do one finger Zen, doing bend bow, shoot arrow. One finger Zen. So here we go, back into horse, and come a little closer here. And here we go, let's practice. Make sure you're not like this or like this. Make sure shoulders are parallel. I cheat because I got the camera right here. And here's our posture. Bend at the wrist before you push out, so you stretch all this fascia in here. Fascia is that webbing that's all over the body. It's webbing between the skin and the muscle. It's somewhere in there, and it's webbing, and it's everywhere, and it's all interconnected. And stretching it and working it is part of what we do with Qigong. Really healthy. So what we're going to do is we're going to root down as we shoot the arrow. Now, normally, if I wasn't teaching, I would look through the one finger Zen hand into the distance. But I'm teaching, so I'm going to keep an eye on the camera. You feel free to do whichever is best for you. Here we go. Rise up, shoot, root down. Rise up, arm comes across, one finger Zen comes across the body. Release one finger Zen, release it. Just have an open hand, and now switch. Now come on this side. Now this hand, mirror me, please, becomes one finger Zen. And I'm looking through that hand, okay? Remember, rib tips in, flat lower back, sacrum dropped. Rise up, bring the hand across, and root down. Shoot the arrow. Good. Rise up, hand comes across. Always the hand that comes across is the one finger Zen hand. And root, shoot. Rise, one finger Zen comes across the body, get in position, and root. Now smooth it out. Rise. Root. Rise, inhale. Root, exhale, shoot the arrow. Rise, inhale. Root, exhale. Rise. Root. Inhale. Exhale, shoot the arrow. Continuous. One more. If you want to make this one harder, you cannot rise and root and watch. This is just another way, giving you an option. If that becomes easy for you, or you really want to work the legs, stay rooted and just do everything else the same, but don't rise up. Just hold the posture. My thighs are burning already. See, just another option. Bring the hands in. Support yourself. Really support yourself here. This is super important. We're going to do tiger wags its tail. Remember, we're going to go down this way. Our back is like a table parallel to earth. You should be able to put a cup of coffee on your back. Up, I'm in Jersey. You heard my accent, coffee. Anyway, come across. Now I'm on this side. I'm staying to this corner and I'm up, back down to the same corner, table back, this corner, up, back. Using hands to support myself. I don't want any tension on that lower back, okay? Here we go, come down. Remember, your shoulder's coming towards the knee a little bit. Doesn't get anywhere near touching, but it comes down. Table back across to the opposite corner, come up. Don't lean back, just vertical right here. Go back to the same corner, table across the center and up to the opposite corner. Stay facing that corner and back down. Remember, whatever corner we come up on, we go back down the same way. We never release. Don't forget to breathe. Use your hands to support your lower back. Keep your knees out. Don't let them cave in. Rib tips in. Last one. And come up. Nice. Walk the feet in. Notice how I walk them in very gently. Shake the legs out. Good. Ooh, that really works. Please, we're halfway, so please take some water. We're going to get into a little bit of balance work. All right, come back, shake the legs out a little bit, bend them, shake them. Take the muscle and really just shake it. Shake it, gentle fists. Really get everything moving. A little bit of shake. Good. And always shake. Always take the time to do that. Here we go. Imaginary stools or a wall, chair, counter. Please work at your level. Do not do this if you don't have good balance yet. Balance is one of those things, no matter how old we are, we can always get back, but it takes some time to get it back. And so if you're in the intermission, this period where you're transitioning back to a state of balance, then please use a device to hold on to, something sturdy. If you're, and then eventually you'll get to this point where you just use imaginary stools. You'll get there, promise. Shift the weight, bring the foot in, toe touch. I'm just touching with the toe, knee up, down, toe touch again. Step out flat, empty foot, empty, empty. My head, notice, is over this ankle. That's where my weight is. Where the head is, where the weight is. Now shift the weight. Now my head is over this ankle. Bring the foot in, up, down. Oop. Got a little bit carried away there. Out. So you know what I did there is when you shift the weight, you have to balance first. Balance before you balance. I didn't do that. I just pulled the foot right in before I was balanced. But if I balance first, right here, balance first, then pull the foot in. Now I'm rock solid. Notice the difference. Did it again. Didn't make sure I was balanced. We all learn here. Even me, always learning something new. Beginner's mind, always keeping a beginner's mind. An advanced move would be come up, down, don't touch, step out, shift. In, up, down, but don't touch, shift. In, up, down, don't touch, step, shift. That's an advanced move. Please don't do it unless you're ready for it. You'll know if you're ready. If you're going like this, you're not ready for it. Okay, so do what you're ready for. Eventually, I'm at the point where once I've done these a few times and I get warmed up, I start not putting my foot down at all. Watch this. Foot in, I'm not touching, not touching, not touching, and then out. In, not touching, not touching, not touching, step. Right? So that's where we can get. Another advanced move, in, kick, in, back down, shift, in, kick straight out, just a low kick, bring it in, down. Again, advanced move. Please do not do the advanced moves until you're ready. Again, if you're wobbly, going like this, that's your body's way of saying, nope, not ready yet. Couple more. Then I go back to the original way. Good. And down and shake it out. Good, good, good. Okay. Let's do a little bit more Qigong. Inhale, exhale. This is the first of the spinal Qigongs. Remember this one? You've got a string on the top of your wrist, pulling your arms up. Relax the hands. I say relax. We call this palm-olive hands. You know, you remember the palm-olive lady? You put your hands in the warm water, warm soapy water. That's the imagery I have. Come up. The top of the wrist never goes higher than the top of the shoulder. Now the strings pull in as I come over the top of the circle, and as I come down, it's elbow, wrist, fingers, whipping sensation. It's not a fast whip, it's a slow whip. So inhale. Strings pull in, over the top of the circle, whipping down, elbow, wrist, fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's add the breath and the pelvis. So here we go. Inhale, pelvis rocks forward in space. Knees stay stationary, but they bend. Pelvis rocks back in space. Again, look at my knees, they're staying stationary. Inhale. Add the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Breathe through your nose, tip of tongue on roof of mouth, behind front teeth. Follow your breath, attach to the breath. Remember, Qi likes slow. Try to make your breath slow, long, even, and fluid. Last one, let the hands settle. Nice and slow. Never come out of this fast. Always nice and slow back to Wu Qi posture. We're going to open the legs back to the horse stance now that we've given them a little bit of a break. And we're going to do parting clouds. One of my favorite movements. I love this movement because it's so simple, yet so powerful. But in its simplicity allows the mind to calm down because don't have to think too much. I know I'm going to get it right. So I can just drop in and relax. So remember, we're going to come down, hip tips in, close the suspenders, check your back. Lower back is flat because the sacrum is dropped down into earth. We're going to grab some earth chi, but instead of bringing it up and out in front of heart, we don't do that in this one. We just bring it straight up. And then we open. So grab the earth chi, bring it up. Here's the clouds over my head. Turn the hands over. Let me just let you see this close up. Let you see this. Bring the hands up like two dragons coming out of the water. Right over my head, look what happens. They turn over and they part the clouds. It's a beautiful, beautiful Qigong. And then we'll be adding the breath in a moment. Let's just get the movement down first. Inhale. Sorry, we're not going to add the breath yet. Hold on. Let's just do this first. Rise. Root. Get the rise and root first. Rise, hands come out of the water. Turn over, part the clouds, root down. Add the breath. Rise, inhale. Root, exhale. That's the typical breathing pattern for most of our Qigongs. Almost all of them is a rising and an inhale, and then exhaling on the root. One more. Walk the feet in slowly. Good. Let's center ourselves before we get into some mobility work. Let's get our hands right underneath our navel, belly button, and just have it open just like this. Okay? Feet parallel, shoulders width. Just bring this hand around, and you can't see the top of it, but the top of my hand is just like this, a karate chop. And it's going to come straight down the center line of my body. This is a centering practice. And then it comes down right here, and then it just turns over and lands right here. Then this one just drops down. This drops down. This one drops down. Karate chop posture, straight down the center line of the body. Palm turns up as I get close to my hand, palm over palm, just hand over, it's not palm over palm, sorry, that's just hand over hand. Now this one drops out. Warm through, just feel. What I want you to feel, you can't screw this one up. So don't worry about the choreography of it. What I want you to do is just feel for it. Feel as the hand wands through the center line of the body, this aligning, centering that's happening. It's like centering all the systems of the body. So you can't do it wrong, so don't worry about that part. Just feel for it. Close your eyes. Let's do 2 on each side with eyes closed. You know, when you remove one of your senses, the other senses become heightened. So I just want you to look for, feel for, more feel for. It's not look. There's no looking with the eyes. It's a feeling, it's a sensation of relaxation, of aligning, centering all the systems of the body. One more. Now, when you get back to this posture, I want you to just take one hand and cover with the palm dantian, but float, not touching, float palm over dantian. The top hand is now going to come up, and this palm is going to float over crown chakra. Crown chakra is straight up from your ear tips to the top of the head. It's not the middle of the head, it's slightly towards the back. I'm not touching either place, I'm hovering. This is called yin-yang hookups. This is a wonderful thing to do before bed. It's like the positive and negative of a car battery, and you're hooking it up to create this circuit, this current, this completion of energy in the body. So we just hold it. We don't move on this one, except when we switch to the opposite sides. Also, take note, I look like a yin-yang symbol in this posture. No secret. This is the balancing of your positive and negative, the balancing of your yin and yang. You can come back to this posture anytime, but note that it's really a wonderful thing to do before bed. Now just let the arms float like clock arms. Again, can't do this one wrong either. Now the opposite hand comes up, crown chakra, or ba wei, bottom hand, hovering over dantian. Make sure it's the palms. We're using the palms, not the fingertips. That's an important point to note. And just hold for a moment, close the eyes. And release the top hand, bring it back down. Back to Uchi. And let's do a little bit of mobility work. One more little drink. Before we begin, we're going to lube the joints now. For the rest of our class. Here we go. Let's get into it. All right. I'm going to come up nice and close here, right on my knees. Let's get this going first. Let's really get into this. Figure eights or infinity signs, however you want to look at it. So make the figure eights. Now open the hands and close them. Open, stretch. Close into a beak. Didn't change the movement. I just added my fingers. So if I were just, you can go from here, open hand, now add it, beak, open, stretch, beak, open, stretch, beak, open, should feel good, beak, open. Now reverse it, don't do the beak yet, let's just do the hands. Just do the hands. Now stretch, beak towards you, away, stretch, beak towards you, away, stretch the fingers in the palms towards you, away, good, towards you, away, good, okay, relax, just wrist circles. That's really good for the brain, by the way. What we just did, super good for the brain. It's kind of like when we do this one. Very good for making new neural pathways. Up and away, towards you, towards you, towards you. Good. Elbow circles. Notice what I'm doing here. Elbows are floating, coming up and around, up and around. Away from you, away, away. Good. Good. Shoulders, let me get back up. Shoulders. Just relax the arms, shoulder circles one way. Shoulder circles the other way. Warming things up, just warming things up. Cross the hands, neck circles. Big neck circles. Feel the neck elongated. Sorry about the ring, guys. See how you can stay present through distractions? Just notice how you can stay present even though the phone's ringing. There are always distractions. I've been reversing it, going one way, going the other way. Really feel for it. Just follow your instinct. See, I keep going one way and then I'm going in the other way. Really just feeling, where am I tight? Where do I need to let my head move to stretch my neck? Good. Let it go. Now, wake these up. Shoulder blades. Remember this one? Take a little wider stance. We're going to work the shoulder blades and the ribs. Remember, those lock up as we age. We don't want them to. So we're going to really get them moving today. Watch this shoulder. Look how it's really coming forward. Don't bend at the elbows. No bending at the elbows. Forward, forward, forward. Let the ribs move. Remember, when we move the lungs, we move the ribs and the shoulder blades, we massage heart and lungs. And back it up. Reverse, 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 reverse. Good. Really move it. Should feel good. Should feel good on the spine, the ribs. Really pull. Let me show you from the back what this looks like. Really pull, 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 pull. Good. Relax. Whew. Okay. Now, hips. Forward, back. Forward, back. We're warming them up before we do the circles because we have some time today to do that. And I actually love that. It's always better when you have a little bit of time to warm up at the 4 points before you do the 360, before you do the circle. Now, side, side. Imagine you look like a smiley face. Side, 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 side. Should feel really good. Now make a circle. Here we go. Now into the hip circles. We warmed it up. Now we make the 360. Should feel good. When you feel a spot that's tight, I do in the back here, exhale through it, hot audible breath. Remember that hot audible breath we did at the beginning? Just do it here. Use it through the mouth. So inhale through the front of the circle, exhale through the back. I say that because I just assume everyone's got some tension towards the back of the circle, not so much on the front. That's pretty typical. If you're the opposite, well, switch the breath. And now reverse it. You know what I mean? If you have tension in the front of your circle, maybe you do. Maybe you've got some hip tension. Okay, then breathe, do the exhale through the front of the circle. Mine is mostly in the back. Almost always in the back. Should feel really good. Good. Come upright. All right, let's get the ribs going. Now, hold this steady. Either you can sit in a chair or you can just hold it steady with your mind, but push. Push. Look what I'm doing. I'm loosening up just my ribs now. This is just rib work. Side, 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 side. There we go. Okay, that was the 2 points of the 4. Remember, we're doing the 4 points before we do the circle. When we have time, that's the best way to do it. Now, just rest your hands here. Feel the ribs being pulled back. Feel the ribs being pulled forward. Back, forward. Someone's got a string on your ribs, pulling them backwards, pulling them forwards. Okay, let that go. Come back to neutral. Now hold your hips in place and just try to connect the circles. Forward, the ribs forward. Side, back, side, forward. Side, back, side, forward. Just trying to move those ribs. Ah, should feel good. Reverse it. Reverse, good, and relax, excellent. Let's go back and address the neck one more time. A couple little things I wanted to touch upon. Okay, so here we go. Hook, pull that down, ear to shoulder. Release it slowly. Hook, ear to shoulder. Release it slowly. Turn. Remember the elbow in the front points the direction of the stretch. And stretch. Backhand is here. Back here. Stretch. Hold. Release. Other side. Notice my hands. Good. Stretch. Hold. Release. Wow. Notice how you feel. Check in. Let's see how you feel from all of that lubing up of the joints. Notice how you feel. Notice how your gait feels. We're not done. Hold on to the imaginary stools and ankle circles. 3 to 5 one way. 3 to 5 the other way. If you need to hold on to a wall or a chair, please do so. It's more important that you get this down, that your focus shouldn't be so much on the balance, but it's really on that foot. And what we're trying to do here, no big deal holding onto a wall. What we're trying to do here is to make the circles slow and fluid, really fluid. Like if it doesn't feel like this foot has a problem, it's not really such a great circle. Reverse it. We're trying to get this so that it's a smooth circle, not so choppy. The more we do it, the smoother it will get. I sprained this ankle, so it needs a little bit of work. Good. Now, one more little thing here. Watch what I'm going to do. I want to make sure I'm in the camera. This is one calf at a time. Notice this heel is up, this heel is down, and then I switch it. Now this heel is up, this heel is down. And watch what I do. So it's basically, I'm stretching. I'm doing calf raises, so I'm working my calves, but I'm also stretching them at the same time. So I'm doing one at a time. One. It's like I'm walking upstairs, but I'm not moving. This heel up, this heel down. Now this heel up, this heel down. And keep switching. This is a great little warm up. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't know if anyone heard that. Wow. That was a huge adjustment in my left foot. You had to hear it. That was right in the middle of my left foot. My foot, that didn't hurt. My foot feels great. It was a big release. And that happens. You may get an adjustment in your foot when you're doing that, or in your ankle. And don't be scared unless there's pain. It's really not a big deal. Actually, now my foot feels wonderful. So let's do a little bit more stretching. This one is, we're going to feel our spine pushing into our skin. So feel, look what I'm doing. Stretch. Push your spine into your skin. My hands are just like this. Push, and then release, stand upright, release the arms. Push, feel your spine into your skin. And release. This should just feel wonderful. Push. Release. One more. Push. Release. And waterfall. Look at what I'm doing here. I want you to see this. Look what I'm doing. This is how I'm getting up. I'm coming down, then I scoop the pelvis forward and under, and I roll up the spine. So as I'm going down, I'm thinking of the back of the spine, but as I'm coming up, I'm thinking of the front of the spine because I'm rolling up the front of my spine. I'm going to exaggerate it, but it's basically like this. Okay? And look what I do. Back of the wrist together. Why? To create this shape here. It brings my spine like this, right? So bend, feet parallel, shoulders width. And now do that rolling up. Tuck the pelvis under, rolls the body up and open. Come back, pelvis back. Pelvis comes forward, rolls the body up. So I'm not using my lower back at all. I'm just tucking my pelvis back in space on the way down, back of the wrist together, and now I push my pelvis forward in space, and that rolls my spine up without using any lower back whatsoever. And now just do a couple, just relaxed. This should feel like, this is not a workout. This should feel like a massage of the spine, a massage of the vertebrae. One more. Show you on the side. One more. And relax the hands. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up with a little bit of, you know, my favorite thing, little face massage. Make some heat. Clap. Make some more heat. Feed the eyes. Put your palms right over your eyes. Should feel good. Take your 2 fingers up the bridge of the nose, over third eye, out to temples. Again, up bridge of nose, over third eye, out to temples. Down bridge of nose, under cheekbones, out to the ears. I'm going to pull these down so I can enjoy this as well. And pinch. Remember, pinch. Pinch and pull. Pinch and pull. From the top down to the low. Soft. Wonderful. And then back up to the top of the ear. Great. While we're pinching, let's pinch this little nubby thing that sticks out. I don't know the name of it. Pinch there. Pinch here. Pinch it. Let's pinch it home. You've got 3 points in the front, 1 point in the back, up and down. Over the mastoid bone. By the way, a wonderful thing to do at night is put a little lavender oil or whatever oil you find to be very calming over this mastoid bone. Just a little drop of oil, put on your fingers, and rub the oil into that mastoid bone. It's wonderful for sleeping. So scissoring up and down. Good. Now take your thumb and just rub over that mastoid bone. A little bit. Doesn't get much tension back there. Put your hands over here. That helps. And then one more little thing right there. My routine. I hold on to my head, and those 2 little spots that are almost always sore. Let's get in there. This is the occipital ridge, and under here usually gets sore. Where the head meets the neck. The occipital ridge may get the sore, but in particular, there's 2 spots. So I just rub little circles with my thumb points. I use my head to hold on to it for a bit. Good. Okay, let that go. Come back to Chi, please, as I close our practice. Back to Chi. These back on. Shift all the weight to your left. Push off the left foot. Scoop the chi around you. Notice foot and hands arrive at the same time. Hands are like shower heads bathing the body in a sea of chi. As they float down, the hands turn inwards towards the body, floating through your etheric field, aligning cleansing, centering, and closing our practice. One more. Scoop the chi around you. Float them down the front, palms turn in. And last one, heart. Hands together, straight down, back to heart center, back where we started from. And hopefully we've finished our practice in a more aligned, balanced, harmonious state. And I hope you can keep this feeling with you. Thank you for being with me today.